All right, I want to talk a little bit on the subject of rallies where you have leaders and you have fillers and whose stats are being used for what. Because there seems to be a lot of confusion around what upgrades you should do depending on who or what you want to do. Because they are very different upgrades if you are a rally leader as opposed to a filler or a joiner in rallies or the towers or something like that. So let's start off by talking about the stats that pertain to when you attack. Now, when you are making an aggressive move, when you are going to attack somebody, you're going to be the one that hits them and not the other way around. And what I mean by not the other way around is you are the aggressor. You are saying, I want to attack or I want to rally this person, this tower, this AC. Doesn't matter what you're attacking. You are the person that are selecting and choosing to attack. There are certain things that you assume when you do that every time. Number one is it will always use your stats. That means if you're the person who starts a rally, your stats are going to be what is in effect. If you are the person, so for example here, John Dillinger is the rally leader, and he is rallying this NOW Hackleberry guy. Now, when he does this, I get into his rally, and my stats are better. But as you can see here, scores from bonuses right here in the middle of the screen, it's saying that it's his stats that we're using. Because he is the aggressor, we use his chief gears, his badges, everything is his. He gets none of the benefits, with some rare exceptions. But let's just say for the argument's sake right now, he gets none of the benefits of me being there other than he gets my troops with his stats. Now, what does that mean? That means if I am, let's say that I have a 706 attack, like I do here for John Dillinger. If there is a 706 attack and a P5 joins him, and let's say he's not a P5, then he will have P5s with the 706 attack. But it also means that if someone with a 200 infantry attack joins him, they will fight with a 706.85 attack also. Every troop is affected by his stats, regardless of their troop types, which means that it's very important when you're a joiner that you're joining with the best troops that you have, not necessarily the best leaders. The leaders don't have a direct impact on stats for the leader. What they have is all they have is the ability to make your march size big enough so you can have a full march. So when you're the aggressor, it's always going to be your stats that take effect. And what I mean by your stats, meaning you, the rally leader starter, or you, the person who clicks attack. All right, now let's talk about the opposite. When you are defending, you get the best stats in your group. That means that if someone is attacking you, and let's say, for example, in this attack here, we have Trang getting attacked, and this P5 over here was just beating up on her and sending attack after attack after attack. So what I did, actually there was about 5 of them doing it, and as you can see, her gears were not all that, the chief gears weren't strong enough to stop them. He is totally red with all of his red badges. So what I did is I snuck in my troops, and as you can see here, the bonuses took my stats for her. And that was enough to overpower. So all of her troops, all of her reinforcements and everything in her base that's fighting for her, then carry my stats, because when you're defending, you're given the benefit of the doubt of the best stats in your base. So that applies to towers, it applies to the center, it applies to your bases, it applies to everywhere. So that is the easiest way to remember it, is when you're defending, you get the best stats no matter who it is. Bears can send you one troop, and with his rally leaders are there, everybody in that entire thing defends with Bears' stats. If you're attacking, then it would have to be Bears that's leading in order to get his stats. If he joins yours, his troops get your stats regardless of whatever leaders he sends with it. I hope that makes sense.